Well, guys, today was the day. It's October the 1st, 2025. President Trump came into office in late January of this year, and he promised to make the federal government smaller and more efficient. Now, what comes with that is people were going to lose their jobs. This nation is $37 trillion in debt. We don't have the money to actually pay for them. But of course, the mainstream media, Democrats, they were freaking out, saying Trump can't do this. He can't do this. But newsflash, folks, if you don't have the money, you can't pay people. Now, me, myself, I never worked in the federal government, outside of being in the military, but I never had a federal job per se. I worked in the private sector. Oil and gas companies. Guess what happened to me in 2016, guys? I lost my job. Actually, half of the company lost their jobs. Yes, 9 years ago, guys, almost 10 years ago. Walked into work and everybody's walking out with these cardboard boxes, packing up their stuff. You got to go. You got to get out of here. We're struggling. Now, the writing was on the wall, guys. We kind of knew it was coming. I mean, we had contractors. They were let go like a few months earlier. We knew we weren't doing very well as a company. And the bigwigs, the suits, made a decision. We got to do what's best for the company to survive. So half of the company gone. And it took me a while to actually get another job in oil and gas. But I found another job in the meanwhile. But when it comes to the federal government, guys, these people were getting paid up until yesterday. So I'm assuming that their final paychecks are actually coming up. So they had more than enough time to actually go out there and find another job. It's a bunch of people too, guys. So I hope these people actually have found new jobs. Hopefully they just didn't sit around and say, you know what, I'm getting paid till October. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's nice. When I got laid off, I got paid for like 3 months and then a severance pay. So technically like 4 months. Yeah, it was nice. But I had to find another job. And I ensured that I actually found another job. But anyway, let's go ahead, get into this, guys. Here we go. Right over here. 147,000 bureaucrats finally exit federal payroll this week. Yes, they're out of there. And we know that there was some pushback on this. I mean, some of these people were saying, oh, Trump can't fire me. He's the chief executive. And yes, he can fire you. That's what happened. But he gave you a cushy deal. So, right here, it says 154,000 federal bureaucrats who accepted President Trump's buyouts will be removed from the federal payroll this week. This represents the largest one-year exodus of federal workers in 80 years. Folks, this government just got way too bloated. We were never meant to be this big. We really weren't. We got so big, we don't budget as a company, but a country, I should say. And that's how you actually end up in $37 trillion in debt. You keep printing money. And one of the reasons right now, guys, why the government is actually partially shut down is because the Democrats want money for illegal aliens. They want to spend even more money. Now, both parties, folks, no doubt about it, actually spend and waste money. The Democrats, probably worse. Republicans, a little bit better. But that's not saying that they're actually good at budgeting. Okay? Down here says, quote, the official resignations begin on Tuesday for workers who opted into a deferred exit program that kept them on the payroll through September. The buyouts are a cornerstone of President Donald Trump's push to shrink the federal workforce, combining financial incentives with threats of dismissal for those who decline the offer. And that was actually a quote from Reuters, and they're pretty left. But it goes on. It says health and safety agencies struggle with operational disruptions. Reads one sub headline: National Weather Service loses meteorologists, technical staff who maintain forecasting equipment. Reads another. So they want you to actually feel bad. Now, I do feel bad for these people that lost their jobs, okay? But crying and whining isn't going to do anything. Like I said, guys, when my company laid us off, it made headlines. Nobody was screaming, you need to take these people back. Nobody. And guess what, folks? Now, the company that actually laid us off, guess what? They folded last year. They actually merged with another company, I found out. Yeah. Wasn't good. Wasn't good, man. At that time in 2016, oil and gas was not good. Really, it was like late 2015. Writing was on the wall. 2016 comes in. Yeah, we were done. We were done. But we all knew this was actually coming. We really did. But this is just the fact of life, man. This government, man, has gotten way too huge. Our founding fathers would not even recognize this government. They'd be like, wait a minute. We're not supposed to be having all this. We were never meant to be this big. And actually, guys, a lot of stuff, man, really needs to be on the states. You know? I mean, the states really should have more influence on your life than the federal government. Really should. That's the way it was actually meant to be. Your state government should actually have more influence on you. The federal government, really? They should be the military protecting you, and doing small stuff. I don't even believe the federal government should even be taxing you. That's theft. And we've seen what the federal government does with your tax dollars. They steal it. Look at USAID, man. The left was freaking out over USAID. When all that fraud got exposed, they lost their minds. They lost their minds because they want you funding a bunch of weird stuff that nobody knew about. Giving condoms to like other countries. Like, what? There's a lot of Christians, guys, that don't even believe in contraception. They don't. But the tax dollars is actually going towards that in another country. This is weird, man. I mean, these other countries need to step up. Really do. Europe, when it comes to like the military, they want to depend on us to actually be at the forefront. They need to step up and protect their own borders. That's what they need to do. But Europe, folks, probably is falling now. I mean, they got illegals everywhere over there. It's really crazy, guys. But there you have it, man. 154,000 federal workers are no longer on the payroll. Now, could this actually change? I think so. It could change. The Democrats get back in power. Boy, the bloat is going to be there. Department of Education, Trump's trying to close that because it just failed. All it does is waste money. That's all it does. What good has the Department of Education actually done? Nothing. Bigger government makes things worse. What did Ronald Reagan say? Did he actually say this? Says if you actually hear the phrase, I'm from the government and I'm here to help, you should run. Yeah. He's right about that. Right about that. Too much government is a bad thing. Yeah. But gonna leave right there, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.